Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I'm just laughing because I've just received a text off of Joe Blackburn, and I thought he said that as well. He needs to touch his willy or something. It was so funny. But he meant relay. I thought that as well. So when he was talking about Gelhardt, he said he needs to wheelie grab his willy, grab his opportunity, and it definitely sounded like that. I genuinely thought that at the same time, and then Joe Blackburn just texted me as I did it. Brilliant. Hope you're all doing well anyway. Smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. It did mute for a little bit just on this. Mine's been clipping and it hasn't done that for a while, so I've decided to turn it down. So I don't know why it's done that. I hope I haven't broke it. But I watched back some of that watch along, and it had a few clipping issues. So I apologize for that, because I hate it when it does that, because it spoils it, you know. So yeah, I do apologize. Just need to quickly send my broski a message. There we go. Sorry about that. We will get stuck into it. It was just, yeah, there was no Graham today. There was no Barron. It was just Popey and one other. I'm not sure on the other lad, to be honest. Do as Danny says, smash a like and subscribe to the channel. We're back to back, really, after this. I've got final word at 9. I will be on the debrief at 7 as well. So keep it locked at the Just Joe Football Show. You'll have a preview tomorrow, and then obviously we play Wednesday. And I will be doing a watch along tomorrow evening for Sunderland versus West Brom. Come on, Carlos Corberán. You know, we want to. There is a big opportunity for Leeds this week. If we beat Luton, that we go into next week's games with a gap, because Sunderland could drop points against West Brom. But the big one is Sunderland play Sheffield United. So they're dropping points. They could either get one apiece. I probably prefer a draw. One of them gets 3 and the other gets 0, right? I probably prefer a draw. Give them both a point. We win, beat Luton, beat Blackburn, and then you're looking at a gap. Do you know what I mean? So even if it's a small cushion, it's a cushion. We go from being in third and having 3 games in 6 days and then having a gap of, say, 3 points, 2 points. It's nice. It gives you a bit of breathing space. Top by Christmas, gap begins. Then we just motor on and win the league by 10 points. It is what it is. Big up to Ethan. Hope you're doing well. Anyone lip read? Afternoon, Joe. Well, that press, why was it a waste of time? It is what it is. My 2 points, why no red card, and also their ability to overload us in the last 10 minutes. Well, we'll talk about that, because he sports about that. Big up to Shane D. Needed to put some money in the meter. Yeah, definitely. It happens to us all. Friday night needs a draw. Yeah, basically. I think that's probably going to be the best outcome for Leeds United. So no new injuries. There will be changes, but not 11 for sure. I think what's key, and the key things that I took out from this, because he spoke about Manor Solomon, said he's coming along nicely, seeing proper performances, arguably his best performances, most effective for us. He got a couple of goals. And he did say the wing positions in such a busy period, they have many sprints, they have many issues. But he did say no winger will play off all 3 games over 90 minutes. That's different to last season. And that shows me that he did not trust his bench. We've mentioned this before. This chat of Anthony not giving opportunities. He didn't trust them, especially after Stoke. But he's talking in the presser, and this is because he's got options, right? He's got Nonto, James, Solomon, and Ramazani. He will make changes, which is positive, because people say he doesn't rotate. Well, we rotate yesterday, and that's not good enough. Ryan, why not? Nonto arguably wasn't the best over the last couple of games, and it worked. Solomon got 2 goals, and Nonto came off the bench and scored. That's why you dropped Nonto. That's why he's a manager, and we're sat here. You can say that with, like, you can't say that after it's worked. Do you see what I'm saying? So he is going to make changes. It wouldn't surprise me if Solomon comes out and Nonto starts, or maybe James and Nonto goes on the right and Solomon starts on the left, potentially. But we will see changes. We won't see Largy yet. It's too soon for Largy. He said he might get minutes off the bench, but that all depends. yeah, sorry, I was just reading the comment, and it's yeah, it all depends on the game state, doesn't it? Whether or not you know, we see Largy come on. If we're winning comfortably, you probably do. And like Luke B says, dropped him to rest him and also maybe find that spark to get him back on top form. He came back with the points, prove he gets the winning goal. He didn't take his goal overly well, if I'm being totally honest. But yeah, but I'm saying, why are we changing Solomon, who was 10 out of 10, and James was... Oh, you mean back on Wednesday? Rotation, 90 minutes, twitch fibers, whatever they're called, fast twitch fibers or whatever. They need rests, right? Recuperation. So yeah, and that's a massive change from last season, because last season we played Rutter, we played Somerville, they never got changed. We had options. Okay, they're not the same quality as this year, but he just didn't change them. He's willing to do that now, right? That's positive. Yeah. So on the state of the squad after the game, then fiber optics, exactly. There are no new injuries, positive. There are a few knocks and hits, but that's natural. All the players who were with us for Swansea seem to be available. There could be a few changes, but we won't rotate 11 players. Maybe Byram, look, I hope Byram plays. Volba was used off the bench. With Byram, we never know if he has any fitness issues. Do you know what I mean? So he might say, you know, I'm going to need a rest, Daniel, because I'm broken. So Volba could play there potentially. You don't change the midfield. We couldn't anyway, unless you play Gulavogi, but I don't think he'll change them too. The changes really, if anywhere, will come up top and on the wing. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw Joseph start, Nonto on the right, and then on the left we have Manas Solomon. Or Nonto goes on the left. And although I think we've seen the best performances from Nonto on the right. I know the Tacticos say he's better on the left, but we're yet to see that since the Premier League. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Volba in for Byram. Everywhere else, I don't. It'll be the wingers up top and maybe Volba but if Byram's okay, he plays 100%. He was asked about Darling's challenge. I remember at the time I thought it was a red. It wasn't even a card. It was a bit of a wild one. Farker said it was 100% a red card. Can't understand why it wasn't a red. You know, he has to be careful in criticising the referees, because if you get 3 yellow cards, you know, it's a ban and he won't be on the touchline. He did say they have to give the best, but yeah, look, we know as fans the standard of refereeing in England is terrible, but it's even worse in the Championship. He thinks Swansea's first goal was offside. I think he's reaching. Okay, if we had VAR, he says, maybe Rodon getting blocked off by someone who was in an offside position, but we don't have VAR. And I'm not going to complain because we won the game. But even when I saw that goal back 3 times, however many times, it wasn't offside. I think Daniel's reaching there. But look, in our favour, there was a few decisions that, in first look, you could have easily thought they were offside. So grateful having seen how, because if the lino isn't on it, he gives Nonto's goal as offside because he looked offside. But because he was on his game, he could see Harry Darling. Do you see what I'm saying? If someone's not on their game, he just looked. I thought he was offside. I think a lot of us did when it first went in. So yeah, look, it was an okay. It should have been a red. I don't think the ref was that bad yesterday. I do think the foul. I don't think it was a foul by Tanaka, and I said that at the time. I don't think it was a foul by Tanaka in the lead up to their first goal, but we won the game, so I don't care. Specifically on Solomon, yesterday was his best performance in the shirt and most effective. It's important to have an eye on the wing positions because you have high-speed running. We're going to try share the minutes. It's good that we have good quality and good choices. I'm quite pleased all of them are back. Each and every day is beneficial for Largy back in training. We have the best squad in the league, right? Maybe Burnley can chat to us. Sheffield United's benching, all that. How will they get by with Ahmed Hodzic and Arblaster missing? We'll wait and see. But when you've got wingers to that quality, it's mad. I've seen it, Danny B. I've seen it, mate. I heard it at the time as well about asking Gelhardt to touch his willy. I've seen it. He was meant to say wheelie, didn't he? He was asked about the Swansea game, and someone asked a question about the defending from the last set pieces, and this is where I want to give Farker some props, really, because he said it was an intense game and we dropped a little at the end. There seems to be this notion that the dropping deep is always something Leeds United or the manager asks them to do. it was pretty noticeable from the presser that wasn't the case, and he didn't want that. But it's in footballers' human nature, when under the cosh, when defending a lead, that you do drop back. It's just natural. They've got a lot of the ball. Let's drop deep. And Farke takes the battering for that, but he didn't want that, and spoke about after the game saying we dropped too deep. I wanted them to press more, you know. But I understand it from a human nature perspective. It's like we move. This whole notion that he got lucky. I do want to talk on this whole notion that we got lucky. Yesterday's game, I'm seeing a lot of negatives about it. If that was Ipswich last year, you'd all be gushing. Those that have been negative about this result, which I don't understand. If that was Ipswich last year, we're going, shit, we never win games like that. Oh, Ipswich, man. They go till the end. It's embarrassing. We've won a 7-goal thriller at the death after thinking from despair to ecstasy in the space of a minute. I mean, what more do you want? What more do you want? I honestly don't understand it. And I do believe Ipswich did this a lot last season, and we were all praising them. Oh, Ipswich, man, what a team. Now, I don't understand. Honestly, I don't understand. But I never will understand. He said, I would have preferred us to press more like we were doing before. So again, that's what he wanted. The team weren't doing what he had requested. We knew at the beginning that we were perhaps punished from the free kick and the counter-attack for the second goal. So naturally, we dropped a little bit. We should have had more pressure on the ball. I wanted us to press higher, but naturally, we dropped because of the counter-attack. Joe, you said yesterday I've got an agenda against Farke. I say you and some fans have an agenda against Mr. and other fans that criticise Farke. Who's Mr.? I don't understand. I don't have an agenda against UL, for example. I disagree with you. There's a difference. You still... Oh, you meant me. Okay. So I just disagree. I don't have an agenda, L. I don't... If you want my honest opinion, mate, I'm not that asked to have an agenda on what your thought process is. And I hope you don't take that personal. But I say you have an agenda against Farke because even now, you're criticising and we're top of the league. Which I don't understand. So yesterday, instant match reaction. As long as Farke is manager, we will not get promotion. This is what you said. In response to that, L, if we do get promoted, then what? The wind just papers over the cracks. How can there be cracks when you're top of the league, L? I'm just going through some of your comments. That's crazy, bro. I'm just going back to have a look. Danny, the team bores me to tears. Farke ball is appalling. It wasn't yesterday. What do you want? Haven't won away for 2 months. Farke out. Now we have. Farke is clueless and tactically inept. If we're not top 3 going into Christmas, he has got to go. We're top. We're top. We're top. So I don't like everything that you've mentioned here is counteracted. Do you know what I mean? I'm going through all. I can see all your comments. If we lose this game, then Farke has to go against Watford. We won it. We won it. Do you see what I'm saying? So, and I'm not, bro, but you've just said I had an agenda against you, and I'm just showing, mate, that there is a clear agenda for me, because if we're not top going into Christmas, it should be gone. We're top. If we don't beat Watford, we should be gone. We beat Watford. We haven't won away for 2 months. He needs to go. We won. Do you see what I'm saying? So at some point, you have to drop the agenda and say, I'm wrong. Sometimes you have to do that. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is, bro. But hey ho, what do we know? It is what it is. Right, let's get back into it. More on Swansea. So yeah, so he said we dropped a little, right? We should have had more pressure on the ball. We should have defended the third goal a bit better. It was a great cross, but with more pressure on the ball, we could have stopped it. And I said this, like, during the game, Timon was begging. Timon was begging to put that cross in. I said it on the watch long. He's begging. You know what I mean? Ben, big up to Ben from Talking Shut. He says he's the best man we can get right now and should get this team promoted. The worry is these odd results we get, Millwall's, etc., could leave us short like last year. I don't think it's comparable, Ben. Not for me. Not for me to last year. We are the team at the top. I don't think the quality is there. We couldn't afford to drop any points last season. You are right. And we totally fumbled the bag. This season, I think we can drop points and we'll still be all right. I think people have said that I don't even think we'll need to get 90 for me, Ben. I don't think. I don't, but Millwall results happen, don't they? 1-0, hey ho. We've only lost twice. We've played 16 games. We're going all right, I think. I think we're going all right. He said, I want my team to defend forward and put more pressure on the ball. So again, this why we dropped deep again. That was on the team. He was asked about the mentality by Pope, because obviously to come from behind twice or whatever it was, it shows metal, and to come back late shows metal, like we did against Norwich last season, for example. He said, I'm pretty fortunate because I've got great characters in the dressing room. Obviously, he spoke about Josh Shivar, Gulavogi pre-match, getting him in a huddle and that, so I love that. It's a joy to work with them. It makes my job easier. We got 90 points last year, but we were not happy because we didn't finish in the top 2. We're on a good run right now, but we have to make sure we don't let the standards drop, even the small details. The sky is the limit. I've got a really good group. He's been there, he's done it, and he's wore the T-shirt. 3 seasons with 90-plus points, 2 promotions out of it. The most successful championship manager in terms of wins ever. So he's seen there, he's done it, and he's wore the T-shirt. So the fact he's saying these things about this squad, yeah, he said, we knew it would be difficult against Swansea. We kept going. We need this resilience. We are the first team to turn a game against Swansea. Remember when they scored first? They don't lose. They did last night. We had the belief in ourselves, and it builds your natural confidence and feeling. We have scored a few goals right now, and it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The lads are delivering at the moment, and hopefully we can keep it going. I think we will keep it going. He spoke on Luton. He said, for me, they're one of the contenders for the top 6. I'm not sure I agree. He said they play in the Premier League last season. It's difficult to avoid a hangover in the Championship when you've been relegated. It does happen to teams. We made a solid start last season, but quite often you're struggling at the wrong end of the table. This, of course, affects the lads. It was so difficult to get everyone back on track when my Norwich team were relegated. Luton have had a poor start, but they have a lot of quality in the team, which they do. Alfie Doherty, Carlton Morris, other players, Victor Moses, for example. They do have players. They have a pretty tight group. They are a dangerous side and are a team I expect come next May to finish in the top 6. I'm not sure I agree with that. We go into the game respectful, and they have an extra day's recovery compared to us. They will not be the favourite for this game, so they can play with more freedom. They have nothing to lose. One thing's for sure, we can't be giving up silly set pieces like we did yesterday, although I don't think it was a foul because Alfie Doherty's delivery is special. We can't be giving him time like we gave Josh Timon because Alfie Doherty's delivery is special. So watch that one. He was asked about the season so far. He says it's game day 16. My definition of quality is delivering over a long period of time. We are on a good path. We are on a mission to prove we are a really good team. We have to keep going. There is no space for complacency, and I won't allow any complacency. We are fighting against many quality sides. I do believe he takes notes as well, because he was started talking about transfers, about we lost a lot of expensive players in the summer, Rutter, Cree, Archer. We brought in players that nobody knew. And then he started going on about, like, I seen on about Tanaka that people were like, who? He plays in German second tier. Who's that? I also saw comments on Rothwell that he wasn't good enough because he was at Swansea and he couldn't get in their three-man midfield. I think he's doing all right. And I'm listening and I'm going, is he talking to me now? So what I will say is that Farke definitely takes note, be it on social media, be it from content, from whoever. We shall see. He was then asked about Gelhardt. Gelhardt needs to be allowed to go on in January. He said he's had a few minor injuries in the last few weeks, loves his attitude and ability, but there is too much competition. Can't always take 4 strikers. It's tough for him, but I like his attitude. His time will come. He's a top-class human and a quality player. I don't think his time will come at Leeds United. Schmidt is back in team training, but no chance for Wednesday. Will be involved fully on Thursday. Maybe we'll see him at the weekend, but we haven't seen much of him at all anyway, so it ain't that deep. No, yeah, come on. I know that is as well. I think I do. He's always doing it. But big up to L. Big up to L. L's a legend. He's on here regularly. We disagree, but yeah, big up to L. He's a lovely dude. So I love you, L. Don't understand fans having a go at the manager. Yes, it's boring, but we are winning. But is it boring? Yesterday wasn't boring. What more do we want? Do you know what I mean? What do we want? I think we wanted less boring. Now that weren't good enough. We want more control. He's damned if he doesn't. He's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. I think there is just a being people's bonnet with this manager. I don't think he'll ever be the flavour of the month, unfortunately, which is difficult for me because I really like him. And I suppose those that backed Jesse when I was mouthing off on him probably got annoyed at me. It is what it is. I just don't think. Yeah, and this is the fact as well. If we'd never had Bielsa, then this would probably be best football we've seen over the past 2 decades. Because Monks wasn't great. Steve Evans, all these folks, terrible. So, yeah, Bielsa's ruined football for us. We always come back to that, man, but it's facts. Farke listens to your show, Joe. Maybe he will come for me being Farke out in his next presser. No, he's been on to people with white coats for you, Sean. 1 minute you're in, 1 minute you're out. 1 minute you're shaking it all about. You're doing that okey-cokey and you're turning around. And that's why Sean Healy's about. Where are you at the minute, Sean, by the way? Fucking, yeah? I think his pre-match plan is fine. His in-game management is shite. Yeah, it's not one of his best qualities, but his subs worked yesterday. And the sitting deep too much. He didn't want that yesterday. I think we've seen games where he's purposely asked Leeds to sit off a la Norwich and we've dominated them. A la Sunderland and we've dominated them. When we do it and we do it well, it's fine. It's not great to watch, but it's fine. We did it against Sunderland, but obviously Meslier absolutely dropped the bollock, didn't he? Absolutely dropped the bollock. So yeah, there's that, you know. I've just got a call through on my phone. 1 second. Yeah. It is what it is. We lose, Farke out. We win, Farke out. Exactly. Of course you do, El. Of course you do. Everybody does. It was a great time. It was a great time. Yeah, no, I agree with you. But it's 70 minutes. I think just have to get used to that now, don't we? It's 70 minutes and that's that. Yeah. But I think the main call out is the fact that I think the positive for me is when he spoke on Solomon, he specifically mentioned the wingers and he said it's a lot for them to do 3 games in 90 days and to play 90 minutes. So rotation's going to happen. And that's positive because he didn't do enough of it last year. And I don't think he trusted that team last year. However, he does now, and we're gonna see changes, which is a positive. Because the wingers do put a lot in a graft, don't they? He mentioned Bamford as well when he was on about Joffrey. I must have missed that. So yeah. Remember, we got final word tonight as well. So that'll be good. There's me, there's Matty, there's Luke, and there's Eva. So you've got an awesome me, Matty, Luke, Eva, and Locker. 5. An awesome, not an awesome foursome, and 5-some. I don't know. The rapping career is not going well if I can't do 5-some. Someone give me something, will you? A live-some, 5-some. Yeah, General Farkas Army, exactly. Andrea was on last night, mate, a quintet. I try not to double up people to get different opinions. We're quite lucky in the Leeds United space that we have quite a lot of good content creators, and it's great to have them on, and great to have debate, and great to have different opinions. Cream pie, some like it, Wayne. I see what you did there, bro. So yeah, we will be talking about tonight. Boring Leeds, or exciting? Like, where do we go? What do you prefer? That's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? I clipped it up and put it out. Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. I enjoyed it. That's why debate's good, isn't it? I like debate, man. Enjoy it. But yeah, listen, I'm gonna go watch some. Look, I've had a bit of a shit day today. I'll be real with you. I've had a bit of a shit day. I woke up at 4 and like played a bit of FIFA, and I just tired, and then went and did a bit of shopping. But I've just been a bit shit. Yeah. It's just one of them. I think it's going to happen in it, up and down days, folks. So, yeah, but I'm just conscious of isolating as well. But yeah, it's hard because, you know, sometimes when you just want to be on your own in the fields, don't you? Do you know what I mean? It's difficult. Like, I was in the kitchen earlier on and I went, I could call my mum, and then realised I couldn't. Do you know what I mean? It's that. And every so often I'll just go off and I'm like, oh, God. Like, it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. And like, normally, like, she'll give the kids 50 quid, and it's just even that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get a bit upset to think tomorrow I was like, oh, your granny's card's here, and put that to what I've got you. Do you know what I mean? And then it's just little things like that which will take a long time to get over. Justin, yeah, I wasn't, mate. I wasn't, but that was, you know, it's changing daily. I wasn't going to move back because I was moving back for my mum. Do you know what I mean? But I'm still going to do it because I miss home and friends and family, you know. So it's important to do that. So I am still going to do it. But yeah, it was. It's just little things like that, and I can't imagine what Christmas is going to be like. Truth be told, it's going to be tough, innit? And the funeral's 5 days before, so I don't know where this just came from. I just wanted to speak it out loud, I think. I don't know where that just came from. Probably because I know I was just going to go lay down and watch something and probably get fucking in my feels again. So it's just been nice to share that out loud, I guess. So yeah, and it's good to speak about these things, innit? If it helps someone else, etc. Joe should adopt Sean Healy. Never. I get done for child cruelty. I get done. I'd have social services at my door because I'd just be beating Sean Healy. I'd be like, what? Who's fuck out? Get here! Oh, God. Yeah, thanks, Ted Steve. Well, big up to you all. Yeah, time. Exactly. Right. Everyone, smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in. Hit that notification bell. I'm going to go watch House of Dragon, which is amazing, by the way. Season 2. What? Game of Thrones is class, by the way. And then I'm on the debrief at 7 with Oscar and Connor. And then at 9 o'clock, I've got a great lineup tonight. Me, Matty, Lockie. Evie's back. Evie was poorly yesterday, so welcome back, Evie. So she's back. And Luke as well. Ought to know better. We hadn't had on for a while, so that'll be good. Big up to you all. Thanks as always for the love and support. And I will speak to you or see you at 7 on 1 Leeds if you don't watch Connor, which is fair enough. some people don't watch me, then I'll see you back here at 9 o'clock for the final word. Peace and love, man. Thanks for being awesome.